Welcome to the Tourism Hub podcast, a podcast devoted to you and your excellence, providing inspiration and education for the entrepreneurs, experience makers, and excellence seekers of our industry to take your tourism business and career to a whole new level.
Relax.
Film tourism has the power to turn a movie set into a must-see travel destination. And sometimes a single scene can do what $1 million ad campaign cannot. Welcome to the Tourism Hub podcast, brought to you by the Institute of Excellence, the home of tourism and small business greatness. I am your proud host, Despina Karatzias. And if you find this episode valuable, please be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share the tourism love to someone you know and may benefit. Now, long before we were binge watching Netflix or planning our holidays based on hashtags and TikToks and Reels, in 1986, Crocodile Dundee did something legendary for Australia. With one oversized knife and a thick Aussie accent, he helped catapult Australia, particularly the outback, onto the global travel radar. All in pre-internet and pre-social media. Fast forward to today, and we've got something even more potent: the convergence of streaming platforms, pop culture, and digital discoverability. Now, that brings us to another favourite phase in our household anyway, the movie Mamma Mia. And now currently the White Lotus and the White Lotus effect on how film and TV are shaping real world tourism trends in real time. Let's start with talking about the Mamma Mia phenomenon and what it did for Greek tourism. As part of the same postgraduate research unit in web media, I find myself this week deep in a sparkling Aegean rabbit hole, unpacking how the Mamma Mia films turned the Greek islands of Skopelos and Skiathos into a travel pilgrimage site for ABBA-loving, beach-dreaming fans through digitisation, convergence, and discoverability. That is all I'm thinking about this week. Digitisation is an example of what made Mamma Mia possible. The film is readily accessible on streaming platforms, while the destinations themselves now boast digitised booking systems, glamorous photo-ready tours, and immersive online experiences. Convergence takes it a step further. From Broadway to YouTube karaoke, Mamma Mia exists across music theatre, merchandise, social media, travel blogs, you name it. There's even specific tours named the Mamma Mia Tour on these particular Greek islands, and also the Croatian island of Vis that also shot the second Mamma Mia movie, also boasting tourism and attraction and discoverability to this particular part of the world, which is really translating to from movies, or really that we can say that it's not just a movie, it's a lifestyle movement that is inspired through film or TV to visit these destinations. Which brings to what I mentioned earlier, the concept of discoverability. I sometimes call this findability when we're talking about search engine optimization and our websites. In this particular context, and the third kind of paradigm is discoverability, which is off the charts when one search leads to the next, and before you know it, you're packing your bags for Greece or Australia or Croatia. Apart from losing the film location for Mamma Mia to Croatia, the tourism boards of these Greek islands, Skopelos and Skiathos, embraced the momentum, building a brand that capitalized on this particular cinematic magic. Enter the White Lotus and the White Lotus effect. If Mamma Mia was the sunshine-filled musical muse, the White Lotus is the modern-day dark comedy travel agent. The critically acclaimed HBO series has stirred serious buzz, not just for its writing and performances, but also for its dreamy settings. After season 1 aired, Maui, that was featured in this first season, saw a whopping 425% increase in year-over-year website visits. Expedia searches for Sicily after season 2 spiked 300%. Now, with season 3 heading to Thailand, the Tourism Authority of Thailand is proactively courting and nurturing and embracing this momentum. Like Mamma Mia, the White Lotus harnesses digitisation, streaming, making it instantly accessible globally to a global audience. Convergence, think behind the scenes, YouTube videos, Instagram Reels, TikToks, and travel influencers dissecting the filming locations. Strategic marketing, tourism boards aren't waiting for a miracle, they're making pitches to be the next destination featured, knowing that the outcomes and the overflow and the connection and the exposure that this will bring to a destination. But let's not forget there's a flip side, the cautionary tale, the beach with my boy, one of my faves, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Thailand's Maya Bay. Now, Maya Bay, a world-famous bay in Thailand's Phi Phi Islands, gained extraordinary fame after being featured in the movie The Beach, and is known for its stunning limestone cliffs, white sand beach, and clear waters. The film made it iconic. I know for myself, I've never visited Thailand, but having watched that movie, I do make the connection of wanting to visit Phi Phi Island and visiting the location of the beach. Enter stage left, over tourism, which made the island, after all of this attraction, curiosity, and exposure from the movie, consequently made the island and this part of the world uninhabitable. So Maya Bay is now open for visitors in 2025, but it was closed between 2018 and 2022 to restore its delicate ecosystem, which was severely impacted by mass tourism years prior. In the reopening of Maya Bay at the end of 2022, there are now significant changes to how visitors can access and enjoy this now very protected environment. We learn. We have to also, at the same time where we say, here's a big opportunity, we have to reflect and go back and learn what has happened prior. And that's a perfect example that there is a cautionary tale, that this level of global and international discoverability and the outcome of such could lead to some dire environmental consequences. The lesson: film tourism is powerful, but with great discoverability comes great responsibility. And we've come to that time for your tourism takeaway. What can you do and what can you do now? So what does this mean for you and your business? And again, where you're at in your career, whether you're a small tourism operator, a regional destination placemaker, or a curious travel lover, here's your call to action. Find your Mamma Mia, find your moment, or your own White Lotus effect and landscape. What scene-worthy story or experience does your destination offer? Film it, photograph it, tell it, reel it. You are the Spielberg of your world. Create, don't procrastinate, and share. Do you like that? Create, don't procrastinate, and share. You are the destination ambassador of your patch and your world. We don't need a big time movie, hot blockbuster to come and share that story. So let's take that as our own responsibility. Number 2 is leverage convergence. Don't just rely on your website. Use your video, create that YouTube channel, create that piece of music. Like now we just had the incredible Steve Samantino talk to us about AI. There's nothing to stop us about making our own song using artificial intelligence about our destination and your business. Blog about it, podcast about it, and fan generate your own content. Be your own fan and tell your story on a multi-platform opportunity that more than often, we are traveling with the device to make that happen. Number 3 is take that opportunity to be discoverable, ensuring your experiences are easy to find, easy to book, and easy to share. Optimizing your content for Google and the social platforms. Be discoverable by owning the responsibility of sharing your local secret into a global teaser, all with the equipment, like I mentioned earlier, that you carry everywhere you go and is with arm reach even when you sleep. Number 4 is planning for sustainability. More attention is great until it's not. Making sure your tourism strategies include capacity management, environmental safeguards, and community alignment. Entire quality tourism framework, just have to drop that in there. In closing, from Crocodile Dundee to Mamma Mia to the White Lotus to the beach, the connection between pop culture and place is no longer a happy accident. It's a strategic superpower. But as we chase discoverability in the digital age, let's not forget what truly transforms a trip from a tap-to-book impulse into a lifelong memory. Human connection, cultural integrity, and grounded, responsible growth. That wraps up this cinematic unit. I don't know, it's coming to the end. I think it's unit 8 or 9 called Web Media with a tourism lens that I've pulled together to share with you today. And the ever changing world of film tourism. Yes, it's a thing. I hope it sparked some new ideas, stirred some new strategies, and maybe even inspired your next digital storytelling project. Until next time, go ahead, please subscribe, leave a review, and share the tourism excellence love. And remember, speaking of excellence, to ignite your own. Go out there, be better, and of course, do better today than you did yesterday. Big love, thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.
Relax.